Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to another episode of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days. This is episode 9 and I don't know the name of it. So this is season 2, episode 9, The Things We Do for Love. Yeah, I just looked at the TV to see what the name of the title of the episode was. All right, I'm here with my friend Chris Farah.
Oh my God, it's me! What? Wait, where?
And you guys already know her. You know to check out her channel. So we're...
Come to my channel. I just subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and comment on my videos.
I mean, if you want to, in like a very loving, passive way, like, you know, like chill, like, if you want to. Thank you so much.
This is Chris Farah. I just randomly came to LA last night and was like, hey, do you have time to film tomorrow? What are you doing? Like, let's just do this video together. It's been a couple of episodes and I know that you guys all miss us together. So what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to do 3 couples on my channel. We are going to do 3 couples on her channel. So you're going to have to go to her channel if you want to see about Paul, Karini, Angela or Michael, or Jimena and Ricky. You got the juicy ones. All right, you guys, so let's jump right into this episode. So the first couple that we're going to talk about is John and Rachel.
What?
Okay, so where we start off is Rachel has got her some highlights, girl. She is looking really cute. She is slimmed down just a little bitty bit. She's wearing less frumpy clothes. I mean, I think the jeans are still, you know, flare jeans from 1998, but we will forgive her this.
That's fine.
And she's ready to go back to London to be with John, and she has a secret or something that she needs to confront him about, and so we are all just on pins and needles, like don't know what's going on and what she has and what she needs to talk to John about. So she and Lucy go on off to the airport.
Oh, Lucy. And Lucy is such a dream to travel with. Like, what a baby. First of all, at one point, like, Rachel's packing and she's like, here, Lucy, hold this, and she makes the baby Lucy hold the Dasani water, and that was like near child abuse because Dasani water tastes disgusting. Anyway, moving on. It's the worst water. I'd rather drink like tap water. New York tap water. Anyway, yeah, that baby Lucy, I love her so much. I'm like straight Desi Arnaz about that Lucy. I love him. Like, Lucy, I'm home, you know. Off the plane, 10 hours later, baby's in a goddamn happy baby yoga pose. Smiling ear to ear. I mean, what a baby.
She really loves Lucy.
I love Lucy.
So they get off the plane and we're wondering if like what is going to happen with John and Rachel. We just don't know what the secret is. We don't know if he's going to show up to Heathrow Airport to even get her. Like he might make her get on a bus, a trolley, and a carriage ride to, you know, Weston Supermar. But it turns out that he actually does go to Heathrow this time to pick her up, which leads me to believe that TLC had something to do with him not going to Heathrow at the beginning. So she's there looking salt and pepper scruffy. I'm kind of let down with the way John looks. He just looks like he's been through it. These last couple of months have been really hard for him and without Rachel, and he's just let himself go. He doesn't want any other women to be attracted to him.
Is that what it is? It feels like, okay, remember that thing where you learn in physics how like 2 brothers, like, okay, this is what it is. One brother is on, like, you know, the ground, America, like in Earth. And one brother gets a spaceship, honey, and he goes somewhere else. And then 7 years later, the brothers come back and one has an age and one has. Well, this is like one brother, like, went that way, honey, in space, and the other brother went that way, but the other brother's Rachel, okay? And then Rachel and then, like, John meet. Rachel has aged 7 years less. I mean, you know, digressed in years. What is that? There is no verb. No, she's retracted in years in age. She's,
retracted.
You know, whatever. Obviously gotten younger looking. And then he comes, honey, with like that salt and pepper hair, and it's like, who are you now? Like, is that what happens when you stop drinking and womanizing it? Like, was that what was keeping you young? I mean, maybe you should just like get in a fight every now and then just to like, I don't know, keep some elasticity in that skin. Does that mean? Whatever. I'm happy that she looks good and he doesn't.
So then they kiss, and it is the most long, passionate kiss. I actually thought it was really cute. Like, he just couldn't take his hands off of her.
Or his eyes.
John was kissing Rachel with his eyes open, and I thought it was really cute. Like, it, you know, it shows that he just really wanted to look at her. He had seen her, and all he wanted to do was just stare at her. And then he had a Polaroid around his neck, so he was taking Polaroid pictures also. I don't understand why, but it's coming back, but I don't understand why, because the picture quality is so terrible with Polaroids. You can't, like, put it on any kind of social media at all. It's not digital form, and it's just, like, antiquated and just not good. He looks like he has been transported from the time when those were normal, because like at first I didn't notice it. It's only the second time around me watching this episode that I even noticed there was a Polaroid hanging around his neck, because the first time it looked so natural. He looked like he popped out of 1987 with his look. All right, so then after that, they get into the car. They're driving back to Weston Supermar, and he then starts talking to her about the party that they're going to have, their engagement party, and how excited he is, and all the people that he's invited. And he mentioned that he ran into an ex-girlfriend, and they had a bit of a conversation, and he invited her to the party. And Rachel really felt like that was a stab to the gut, and the knife turned. Like, she was really hurt by that. She felt like it was very inappropriate of him to invite her, and especially because Rachel feels insecure about John. She feels insecure leaving him alone in the UK without her being there. She feels like he is going to cheat on her because that has been his pattern thus far in his life. So I get why she feels like that. I get why she feels that way. It makes sense. But on the other hand, thinking it from another perspective of his side, where he's like, I'm happy, and if, you know, somebody that I used to be cool with wanted to come, I didn't see any reason why she shouldn't be invited. I do think that it was inappropriate for her to be invited. Inviting her was just a little much, and I think he probably just got excited. Hopefully, she won't show up.
Well, he said, like, we know just a lot of lads. So it's like, it was gonna be a sausage party. Like, and so he had to invite her so there'd be like another lady there. That's like what it felt like. And so then I also wondered, like, so all your dudes are single still? Like, not one of them, nary one, is like a married with a spouse that like can bring a spouse? You know what I'm saying? That also is somewhat suspect to me.
Okay. I could see that. Yeah, the whole situation was a little sketchy. And then she got upset. Rachel got upset. And then it was kind of confusing because she got upset, and then he got upset, and then she told him to make a left, and then he didn't make that left because a bike was in the way or something.
Yeah.
And then cussed. Like,
had that Jessi moment in a car where you're like, ooh, what's that?
Yeah,
what's
it's like,
that?
why don't
What
you
is
just, does he not know how to drive around London enough to where, like, missing a turn or something like that is kind of frustrating? Like, if it's something like that, like, okay, but like, be chill. This is your girl's first time in a long time being here. Like, just be chill. There's no reason to get upset. They get back to the town, and it's beautiful. I mean, the cottage that they rented for their engagement is so
Let's Airbnb
it. Beautiful.
Oh my god, with the moss growing on the stove.
It was great. It was beautiful.
What a beautiful kitchen they had.
And he was really excited about it too. And so was
Lucy had a room.
Really, really lifted her spirits. They put Lucy to
my
bed.
spirits.
They put Lucy to bed, and they go outside to have the conversation about what Rachel's upset about. So Rachel sits down and she talks to John, and she says to him, hey, remember that time you gave me your password? And so I still have it saved on my computer, and sometimes my computer logs in as you. And I was on the internet, and it logged in. I saw a notification pop up, and I clicked on it, and it was you having a conversation with one of your ex-girlfriends.
Another one.
We find out it's not
like
the same one.
You know, not like DJ, Callie would say.
And then
another one.
You just happened to have it on at the same time as I was randomly having a conversation with my ex, and she's like, yeah. He's like, okay, well, good to know you're monitoring me. Anyways, it turns out that the conversation between them two was basically John saying sorry to the girl, saying that he did love her, but he was an idiot and all he wanted to do was run around and chase after other girls. He's happy now, and he's found Rachel, and now he knows what love is, and he felt like he, just kind of wanted to apologize to the young lady. Thank you.
It's hot. And this, by the way, is October. Welcome to LA.
Rachel then says, like, it really hurt my feelings that you used the word love because it feels like you were trying to, like, close up loose ends. And I don't like that, and I feel like it's really disrespectful for you to have conversations with your exes, and it just makes me uncomfortable because I live so far away and I can't be here, and she doesn't want him talking to basically ex-girlfriends getting any brand new ideas.
And like saying the word love, like she felt like that was crossing the line, like you shouldn't say it. Once you're with someone and you're like a fiance, like that word is for that person, and when you like something that you've eaten that day, like I love, pasta, and then my betrothed.
Yeah.
That's all you can say.
I get where she's coming from, but I also think it's really juvenile. I don't know why.
Yes.
I understand like the emotion and the intent and the feelings behind it and why someone would do that way, but it feels juvenile to me. It just does. It feels like you don't want him to grow. I feel like it's a very adult thing for John to do, to be able to reach out or speak to an ex-girlfriend and say sorry. And I don't know, I would appreciate that. If I were the ex, or if I were just some girl who got their heart broken by a guy and he wanted to at some point apologize to me for it, regardless of how it, like, I would like a little closure on that. And I would like to know that time with that person wasn't all just like crap.
Yeah.
For them to tell me that they did love me, that they just didn't handle it well would be nice for me. And so, like, I get where Rachel's coming from, but I think the closure between those two people, I understand very much as well. And so he even says basically the time after I said that was all me telling her how much I loved you and how great things are with you. So it's not like it was all just that. He introduced Rachel to her, like said he really loved her and all this stuff. So I think it's kudos to John, and I feel like it shows emotional maturity to have that conversation.
Oh, completely.
All right, so let's move on. And the next couple that we're gonna move on to is Hazel and Tarik. So this one is actually a really, really good, juicy segment with them. I was actually down for it. Okay, so they're still in El Nido. It's the next day after the whole situation on the beach and on the rock with the kissing and the drone. And Tarik says to Hazel, hey, we are going to go talk to Ari. I'm excited to introduce you to my daughter. So Hazel is like, okay, and they, you know, sit down in the bed to have a conversation. And Tarik starts to FaceTime his ex-wife or ex-woman or, you know, Ari's mother.
Yeah.
You know, after the first couple of rings that he is going to scoot away from Hazel and say, hey, I'm not gonna have you in the shot, you know?
Yeah.
And that upsets Hazel just a little bit, but I could see why. I could see why it might be jarring for the baby's mom to have my ex FaceTime my child with a strange woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think definitely that first initial contact needs to just be him in the frame. And then if he wanted to say, hey, Hazel, come meet my daughter, or come meet my ex, whatever.
Yeah,
like I think that would be fine, you know? And so that's what it seemed like to me. And then she did not respond, so he was unable to talk to his daughter, and he was definitely a little miffed about it. And then Hazel turns to him and she's like, you don't want me to talk to your ex? I don't know how Tarik deals. I just don't know how he deals with it. Like, I don't know how you can be with somebody who just speaks so slow to you all the time, or in like mumbles and or shaking of the head, like just won't complete a full sentence to you.
Paying attention to what these Americans like brought in their suitcases is like a little time capsule to them in each moment of their lives. You know, he's packed such an array of just like red checkered. This is like, then he's in a black and white checkered. Of course, we know that green black flannel that sometimes she wears it. Of course, the mesh shirt, you know, it's just like, did he buy all the shirts like in one crazy spree? Then she tries to confront Tarik and ask him why the baby mama doesn't know about her. And he then tries to explain it to her. And I understood what he's saying. He's saying basically he's been in custody battles with the child's mother since she was 4 months old. And he doesn't want to ruin it by like surprising her with Hazel, especially because Tarik has not told her what he's doing at all. And I don't know what he told her about the show, because she let her child be filmed and she was filmed. Great point.
So I don't know what he told her they were filming. He couldn't have said 90 Day Fiancé, because then she would have to know that there is a fiancé somewhere involved or another woman. So that is like something that needs to be explained immediately, because that doesn't absolutely make any sense.
Such a great point. I'm glad you're bringing it up.
So then Hazel is just like feeling some type of way about it, because she's basically looking for any way to show that Tarik isn't serious about her. That's what I feel. All she wants to do is constantly test him, try to figure out ways that she can like weasel in reasons why he doesn't actually like her. But like, oh, see, you didn't tell your ex-wife about me, so you don't like me. Oh, see, you stopped off in Bangkok to see your ex-girlfriend, so you don't like me. Oh, see, I'm gonna make you prove that you really like me by trying to drop hints about being married, you know, our entire time.
It's a game. It's a manipulation game, I feel like, to get him suckered into having to prove his love, almost cements love in mind. I think it's like some weird, like pretty girl tactic. And by the way, I'm writing notes.
All right, so later on we have them sitting by the seashore. It actually looks really beautiful. Tarik is trying to make up for the fact that she's a little bit upset about the ex not knowing about her. And so she then decides to do something that I think is a little tacky and is really showing her cards. Like, instead of just letting this thing be natural, she keeps on, again, trying to hint about the fact that she requires a ring from him, or some kind of like commitment to her within these 2 weeks to let her know if she should continue on. So he starts talking about the fact that they are like with the brother, and the brother then says these crazy things, and so he's like, you know, my brother is crazy, and my brother says crazy things all the time, and she's like, my sister is crazy too. And then we're just sister? Like, yeah, like,
I'm so great. Like, we're gonna connect over the fact that we both have crazy family members.
And so like now he's like, you know, oh, you're telling me about yourself. Okay, like, you know, talk to me about your sister. And she's like, my sister doesn't like you. And that is like, to me, somebody who's making like a move. Like, why would you say that? You don't have to say my sister doesn't like you. Like, he didn't even know you had a sister, Hazel. And then the first thing you say after you reveal that you have a sibling is that sibling doesn't like him. And he's like, how is that even possible? How is it possible that your sister doesn't like me? She doesn't even know me. And her response is, I told her that you didn't tell your ex about me, and that makes her not like you. On top of that, she then wants me to come to Japan to find a husband because that's where she went to find a husband, and that she might know some Japanese men that would like to marry me and who are rich. And
bring the paper.
Tarik is like, okay. And then in his confessionals, he even admits that he had red flags and doubts at that moment because he felt like that was a little strange for her to just come out with this. And Hazel sees that is what's happening in the back of Tarik's eyes. And so she's like, I mean, I don't think that though. Like, I'm just telling you what she thinks. Listen, I don't even know who, I don't have a sister.
Right.
Just completely tries to backtrack and get out of it because she realizes that she's losing him and that wasn't quite the right story to tell. Like, he's nobody's fool. He's not that big a fool. Then the next bit that we have with them is my favorite part of the entire segment. They are walking on the beach, and one thing we know about Tarik, there's two things we know about Tarik. One, his favorite color is red.
Yeah. Power color, passion, fire.
Two, he's a rapper. And I knew that, and I don't think she knew that. And like, I told her about the King T'Challa album that he put out, and if I find it, it'll be somewhere on the screen. After Black Panther.
His single, I was gonna say this, like, it's been a summer of hip hop releases. So, you know, and Tarik is very nice. He's called us out in our videos, and I think he's a very nice guy, so there's a constructive criticism. It's just been like a hard summer to like release new music with such greats, you know, like Drake released an album, Nicki Minaj, like, you know, Kanye. I mean, we're talking Eminem. I mean, Lil Wayne that finally came out. Like, it's just, you know, it's a hard time to like be trying to get in.
The Black Anthony Bourdain.
That's what his rap name is?
That's not what the name is, but that's what he refers to himself as sometimes.
Because he likes to eat? Except duck fetus. Anthony Bourdain literally like traveled the world and ate crazy shit. That's what he did, and then documented it.
Dirt Daya.
Like the Ramones, is that why?
Dirt Daya, that's his name, or Dirt Bourdain, because he's from Dayton, Ohio. So
it's like Dale, Dirt Dale.
So he busts out this Bluetooth radio that
Coke can.
Yeah, looks like a Coca-Cola can. He starts to play his song, but it is so bad. No A for effort. Sorry, it was terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Terrible. Tarik then plays it for her, and she's like, you know, not expressionless, just completely cold and distant.
Classic Hazel.
Like, just no response at all.
Right.
But like to cover her face, because we don't know if she's like gonna laugh or like what she wants to do. But she says she wasn't expecting it.
And I have a surprise for her. Some beach music.
Beach music.
Like Beach Boys?
We're just going to listen to a song that I made for her. I'm really into music. Far away girl, other side of the world. I wanna make you far away girl.
What? Wait! Far away girl on the other side of the world.
A brother wanna make you a roundaway girl. A brother wanna make you a roundaway girl. It's like so high.
A brother wanna make you a roundaway girl. Far away girl on the other side of the world. A brother wanna make you an around the way girl.
It's just, I don't know if that's gonna be like zooming up the iTunes charts just with the other music happening this summer was my whole point. Is that I'm not coming for you, just so you know these singers have to pop in.
Oh my god. It's so bad. And so she's just like,
I cannot believe that Tarik wrote the song about me. Did you like it? Yes, I like it.
Big ass pause.
such a long pause. Oh my god, Hazel's the worst actress on the face of this planet.
Which, by the way, if you go to her Instagram, this is a real thing. She has hashtagged herself as an actress.
Really?
Yes.
Anyways, he then like gets on his knees to propose to her, and she stares at him for another long ass pause before she responds. And she's like, "What's that?" She like turns her body. Like she's been fighting for this ring for the last 2 weeks, and he gives it to her, and she just stares at him and is like, "Oh, I didn't expect it on this trip." Yeah, no, now you're actually caught up. Caught up in the feeling.
Oh, caught up.
Then you're losing control. And instead you got me tripping.
Oh, yeah.
So caught up. Let me feel it. Caught up. Oh.
God, it's been a minute, Usher. Sorry about that.
Sorry, yeah.
We're sorry.
It's hard. I know I like it though. Finally says yes, and then she starts to, you know, like and then she takes his hands and she makes him like pat her face, and she's like, wake up, wake up.
Wake me up from this dream I'm having.
So now
I'm so an altered state of reality, unlike myself. Wake me up from that state of reality so I can be myself again.
Is that a song?
No, but that's like what you're like. What I'm saying is like, you are always the same, Hazel. So it's like, wake me up from what? And you're not gonna like wake up from this. She's like a little android.
Yeah.
With big lips.
Yeah.
Big lipped android.
It's like, I also think they put a little bit of makeup on her when she's in the confessionals, because it still looks natural, but she doesn't look like she's about to die.
Oh, I don't think there's any makeup on in the confessionals.
She looks so much better in the confessionals. Like when I'm watching this episode, all I see are the bags underneath her eyes and like the dry skin and the dry lips. But in the confessional, she's looking real supple. You know, I don't think she's all that.
What? You don't think though, with Hazel's like blueprint, with the way Hazel's palette, with Hazel's blank slate of a face, and it is blank in her expressionless face.
Everything, yeah.
You don't think you can do something to it that you would like be like, that girl's really pretty?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying as is.
I fall in love with a pair of eyebrows. That easily happens.
Saying, you know?
Like our lips,
we don't have to
you know,
agree.
like
it is the way it is.
Just like whatever it is, I'll pick one and like I'll hang on to it.
She's cool though. I'm not saying that she's ugly at all. Like her. I just am not on the same level as you.
I'm not like
when it comes to that.
She's not like
every time you say she's gorgeous. Every time you say she's gorgeous. Every time you say she's beautiful. Every time you're like, oh, she's a model. She's high cheekbones.
Like,
every time. So I'm saying I just don't feel that exact way. And that's okay.
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay.
We're friends. Tarik is like, you know, every man in America might think I'm crazy, but if you were here, you'd be crazy now too. And it's like, oh, it's not just every man, it's women too.
Yeah. So the next couple that we're gonna talk about is Darcy and Jessi. Okay, you guys, so this was the train wreck that we all expected. Mm-hmm. So she gets there and she gets off of the train and she has all of those bags and she's like wheeling it around, and she's wearing this like huge shearling coat and an all white outfit with the TTs stacked high, girl. And she looked good. She was in her, you know, 5-inch red bottoms, you know, those lead shoes. And she was like, along, and then the cameras have a conversation with her, and she says, you know, I'm really hopeful. I'm excited to meet Jessi today. I don't know what we're gonna do. Instead of her like getting a hotel or something, she just decides that she's not gonna get a hotel and that she's going to, I guess, stay with him because she doesn't quite know what's going on. Right. Because she has no place to put her bags. Right. That is the moral of this. She is walking around with these bags. She doesn't put them down and then go meet him in the park. She goes straight there. So she has a big ass luggage, a duffel, and her handbag, this huge coat. Like, I hope she has on tights. I don't think she does, because at some point they zoom in on her foot. Oh, I didn't. And we see her corn. We see like where this finger is, this like toe is like bunched up, and then there's like a little piece of skin hanging that you can see that comes out of the shoe. It's so trifling and it's so quick. But for someone who used to work in women's shoes, I know corn when I see one, girl.
Yeah, I know.
And it's fine because that means that you've worn a lot of cute shoes. You know, you've worn a lot of cute shoes that were a little too tight, but that's the name of the game. You know what I'm saying? We all have to suffer through that.
I don't want to
suffer
through yours. Here, like, she just keeps saying, like, that she is excited that he's here in the name of love. Like, you know?
It's just so pathetic. She's better than this. She's
like a Motown singer, you know? He's here in the name of love. But yeah, like what she doesn't remember, like what she forgot was the first part of that sentence, stop, you know, and that's what he's doing. He's just putting a stop to it.
Because he says that he has found out some despicable, deplorable news that he wants to confront her on. And
another one of these, news isn't coming, there's a secret you don't know about, you know.
So she gets to the park and she's sitting there and she's waiting for him. He is ready. He puts on a shearling line coat as well. It's like a heather gray. It's like patchwork. And then he goes to meet her. And they are like, have this like shearling coat embrace. You know what I'm saying? It's just like coats on coats on coats on white on white on white. You know, I'm just like, bah! You know?
Mary and her sheep.
Yeah, just like, just Bo Peep.
Mary, Bo Peep and her sheep.
Yeah, just ridiculous. And then he's like, oh, hey babe. Hey babe, oh babe, aren't you cold? And this bitch is freezing, sitting out at Riverside Drive, next to the river. This bitch is freezing, and he says, well, let's go back to the hotel since you're so cold. And she's like, okay. And she's like, I brought all my bags because I didn't know what we were doing and all of my shoe options. I'm freezing. Your eyes are so stunning. Look at your eyes.
Yeah. Oh, your eyes are pretty too, babe.
It is just so painful.
And then she starts crying.
And then he gets mad. He gets annoyed that she's starting to cry. He goes to hug her and he puts his head on her head, his chin on her head, and he's like, probably like, fucking bitch, she's already crying. And she's so dramatic, I'm not here for this drama. You know how they both don't like drama, but they created just as much as they hate it, they created just the same energy.
Like she really came to this meeting being like, we'll see what happens, and then she realizes in his energy that it's like not good. Like he doesn't have to say he didn't even say like, I'm not here to go on with you, but like in this moment of her like being cold and looking up in the eyes, she like gets that it's not a good thing, and then she just is like, I don't want to cry.
And then he's like, okay, babe.
Then they get in the car, honey, they're gonna go to a hotel because she has like 14 bags, and then just like from there it gets really better, you know, they work it out in the car.
Oh my god, they can't even get to the place. It is just so, she's just like, he's like, I don't want any drama, and she's like, I don't want any drama or any turmoil, and he's like, you need to admit who you are, and she's like, what are you talking about? I don't need to admit anything. And then he's like, I'm tired of your lies and manipulations, and she's like, what lies? What manipulations? What are you talking about? And then he's like, oh, you're not gonna tell me about the fight you had with your sister and how you got arrested? And she's like, what? I don't have to tell you my goddamn business first.
My family. It's my family, and this is you, honey.
I don't have to tell you anything. And we're just like, Darcy, did not 2 episodes ago, you wanted him to act like a stepfather and couldn't understand why he wasn't trying to be in your family, and you just had him meet your sister. Yes, you do want him in your family, but because some shit went down that he shouldn't have found out about, and now he's confronting you, and you're just like, I'm a grown AF woman, which I feel, that's not the argument you have. And it's because, just like you said, she feels like all he's doing is judging her. Like, there has been no time when he's not judged every single moment
the way
that has happened, everything. And she just is tired of it. So even when she is in the wrong, I guess, and he is right that some ish did go down with her sister, like, she can't even be like, yeah, babe, like, and tell him, because she knows that it was just worthless, and so why? She's just gonna defend herself. And it's just, they're just 2 babies, 2 kitties fighting in a box, and it's like, I wanna get out, you get out. No, I'm gonna get out. I'm getting out first. No, I'm getting out for you. How could you get out if I'm already out of the car? No, I'm out of the car. And then he says, then he's like telling the producer producer, whoever is the camera person, like, yeah, she just needs to get control over alcoholism and like, you know, take responsibility for who she is and be a responsible adult. And she's like, you'll never love me. You never care. That's how you treat somebody. And she like stomps off down the street. She's like, drop my bags off at the hotel. And they're like, Darcy, you don't have a hotel. You didn't get one, and we're not your bag handlers. So you're just gonna have to come back and get your bags because no one's dropping your bags off anywhere.
Nope.
What hotel?
My hotel?
Whose hotel? Come get your shit. So she goes back and she gets her stuff.
She has been with these bags all for the past 48 hours. She can't get rid of these bags. Darcy doesn't even want to get back together with Jessi. All she wants to do is not have to worry about these goddamn bags anymore. And I get it, girl. But why did you pack so much?
So much. She just was really hopeful. And so she gets her bags out and she says those infamous lines. You liar! Get out of my life! So she says that, and it's just like, he's like, yeah, Darcy, yes, Darcy, just go back and be drunk, or some shit, whatever he says.
Listen, she was drunk and got in a fight with her sister, and it was obviously loud enough, or some sort of happened, she pulled hair, something happened enough that she had police called on her. That's obviously what happened, so she didn't want to tell him that happened because moral of the story was she was drunk, you know what I'm saying? And like, obviously, if you saw season 1, like, we've been knowing this has been a problem between them, like, this whole time. I think that he is a coward for calling her drunk on TV because A, if she truly has an alcoholism problem, like, you are a despicable pig. But also B, I kind of think that both have been like doing fucked up things together. Like, I think it's more than, I feel like they just have done drugs together in Amsterdam. Like, they've like, I don't know, freebase or done K, honey, or like smoked something, or like, that's not just weed. I mean, I feel like they are like, you know, getting down. They seem like they like a druggy couple to me. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the end of that, and it's just really devastating for Darcy, and it's sad for us too because we knew it was happening. And then she even called him out, like, you didn't come back here for me. Yeah. You came back here for you and to make yourself feel better. Like, you didn't have to drag me all the way out here for this. And I'm like, exactly. And we all thought even his friend, we all thought the exact same thing. Jesse's just a douche. And it's like his screen time too. Like, he just needed more screen time. So what was he gonna do? I mean, of course, it's juicier to the plot. Like, if he comes, he doesn't even care about her. He only cares about TLC and making this TLC money.
Yeah, his personal friend.
And the thing is, though, I don't even think he actually can make money from TLC because he doesn't, unless he would have a work permit to work in the US, there's no way that he would actually be able to make money. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's just for the notoriety. He's like, it's okay, I need the publicity, whatever. That's the end of them. And after that, we go into the 90 Day Live episode, which I thought was hilarious. And we're going to have another conversation about 90 Day Lives and how trifling people are. We are going to go on to Chris's channel now and talk about the remaining 3 couples. Oh, first I want to say something quick about Martha and Daya. Who the fuck cares about them? Right. They were like in this episode for like, it wasn't even both of them. She was like in Planet Hollywood.
Planet Fitness,
yeah, in Planet Fitness, like
going the pace I want to go on a stationary bike, which is 0
like
pace. Just not
even pedaling correctly. And then she was with a stripper friend of hers, so I was like, girl, like, where club are you to? The market is different in wherever they are, Wisconsin or Minnesota or like Cincinnati or Ohio or like Minneapolis or like.
You boring though.
Wherever the fuck they are. It's just like Milwaukee. Where are they from? I don't know. But it's just like boring and like I don't care anything about the storyline. And somebody made mention about the fact that Daya's response to her wearing a cross was because she was baiting him a little bit. And after rewatching it, I think you're right. I think she was trying to bait him with wearing that necklace.
I said that.
Someone also said it in the description box.
Okay.
In the comment section, if you did say it. But I know I read it. I didn't hear it. She was antagonizing him, and I agree with that. All right, you guys. So that is the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see what we think about Angela and Michael, or you want to hear what we think about Jimena and Ricky, or the other couple whose name escapes Paul and Karini, yeah, we're going to go ahead and talk about that. Paul, we're gonna go ahead and talk about that in her channel, and you know where to find her. She's at Chris Farah here on YouTube, and she's also at Chris L. Farah on every other social media, Twitter and Instagram. Go ahead and follow her. It'll be linked up above to go to her channel. Don't pick it up, it's fine. And that is it. All right, you guys, if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to consider becoming a Patreon patron, please click the link down below. And remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.